We starting or not?
We live. Let's go.
Oh, what's up? We here. The Uncensored Philly Sports Podcast. What's up? All my scraps and scrapettes. Let's go. Oh, what a game, man. What a game. I was on an emotional roller coaster. I'm gonna keep it real. The first half, 20
Here we
20
go.
nothing. Then Dallas started chipping away. I was on an emotional roller coaster, man. But we took that game. Huge game. Going there at 6-0. A lot more football left to play. A lot we could take away from this game. But Eagles defense stepped up to the challenge. Teams are going to score on you. Teams are going to score on you. It's going to be hard to shut out teams in the NFL. But that drive, I know you want to talk about other things. The drive to seal the game, great drive. Great way to move the ball down the field. Why we went for the 2-point conversion, I don't know. But let's go.
Hey, Lane Johnson going out did hurt us, but this was my issue. Why did we get away from the run? Because guess what? Lane Johnson was out when we went back to the run again, and we started pounding it down their throats again. Not saying that everything got to be run, but we came out one run in the second half when we came out. We should have just can't keep pounding. They could not stop the run. We just was, and our running like per yards wasn't all great like that. You know what we had? Miles was almost 4 yards. Jalen only ran 9 times. Thankfully, I ain't want to see a whole lot of him running. Gainwell averaged 5 yards a carry, but our running game was moving them and wearing them down and letting us come out. We let them get a little bit of momentum, but this is what I like about this team. Like Dallas made a concerted effort not to let Jalen. That you could tell they was like Jalen Hurts is not going to beat us. Yeah, and this is no disservice to Jalen. They zeroed in and said he's not going to get this run on the outside. Give it to them running backs. We're not letting Jalen run this out here. And then even with the passing, they played a certain way. But I thought a couple crucial plays, and especially in the first half, that little swing pass out there with Jalen with the option for him to either run or drop it down to AJ. And we killed them on a 4th down on that, and we scored the touchdown on there. I thought it was a good offensive play call in that game, other than when we started trying to force the pass when it wasn't there. But it was a great game by the team.
Yeah. Wayne came in and said he wasn't scared. Well, we all went and watched the game earlier. We all went out and watched the game. Tim was scared to death.
Sure was.
Tim was scared to death. I was a little antsy because of that defense, but the way, you know what? Let me let Tim get in. But the way they went to try to neutralize Michael Parsons, man, was brilliant.
Yeah. All right. So, like they said earlier, the 4 was me, Ethan, Ephraim, Wayne. We all went to watch the game. We had a good time. We thought it was gonna be a nice, easy win. We actually left halftime thinking, okay, game's over. We can go back home and watch the rest of the game at our crib. Well, as you see, nothing comes easy. But I'm proud of the team as a whole. I mean, because we lost offensive linemen. We lost 2 offensive linemen tonight. Hopefully, Lane Johnson is okay because he's a Hall of Famer. He's probably the best tackle in the game by far. And you saw how Jalen struggled a little bit. He struggled a little bit when he went out. Of course, they went all out blitz on him. But I don't
think he really struggled though. I don't think he struggled. That was just I think that was bad play calling, honestly.
No, but usually what happens is Lane Johnson can hold his own against anybody coming toward him. When that was the guy that was in there for him, they kept getting around him. So that it was hard for Jalen to do anything in that position.
Did Micah get any sacks?
Nope.
He got a couple of hits.
Oh no, he had some pressures. Don't Herb, you said he had no pressure.
He had no sacks.
He said in the first half against Lane. Okay.
He had no sacks that game though.
But see, this is my whole point, and this is where I'm saying I'm putting this on the coaching. If you know that's the case, if you know you don't, why now when Lane Johnson's out, all of a sudden you want to drop back and try to go pass. Keep running the ball the way that you're running up the middle and smash. He almost set Jalen up for failure in that case, in my opinion.
I agree. Listen, Mr. Wing, I want to get into that later. The blitz, for some reason, I don't know what we're doing at the line. Are we seeing it? Is the communication wrong? But like you said, it's no hot routes for these blitzes. I don't get it. Every time it's a blitz, it's either Jalen has to escape and make a play, or he's going to get sacked. I don't get. The ball needs to come out quick. Where are those plays? I don't like that. Now that I've been saying that before. Maybe this bye week, we can go on this bye week and work on that, work the kinks out. Because everybody knows, because the announcers was talking about that too tonight. Everybody knows that's a little weakness of the Eagles for some reason, but we working through it.
Yeah, he kept saying it. He kept saying it over and over again, like he kind of wanted them to talk about, like wanted them Dallas to use it. Like, don't forget this is their weakness. It was like he was saying.
Yeah, he was saying that, but
he was boosting to them the whole night. I'm like, yo, chill. Oh, yo,
I might be more concerned about the Giants than Dallas.
I know, right?
I honestly, if Dak comes back and is Dak, Dallas was averaging like 30-something points a game last year. That with that defense, if Dallas this game shouldn't even been the game. I'm sorry, I don't think that this game should even been close because Cooper Kupp is trash.
But they missing Cooper, the number one wide receiver. What was his name? Amari Cooper. He was there last year too. No, he's a monster. He good. So now I think CeeDee Lamb's they number one now. Who's the other guy? What's the other guy on the other side? The Darius Slay just put in handcuffs.
Yeah, but
Bradbury earned his money too.
Oh yeah,
real good game.
CJ
Garner with 2 picks.
Yo, but the boy CJ Garner Johnson, I gotta give him a man props too. He was all over the field. Got a big time, and that interception was huge. It was huge because at that point, that was a touchdown pass for I think that was CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
That was a touchdown. And the fact that your boy Wayne that he hates so much. What's up?
I don't hate Brandon Graham. I just say y'all overhyping.
Oh yeah,
Brandon Graham does come up with big plays, but remember when he had 7? Maybe he had 7 sacks in one.
Now you
I've been said he comes up with a big. I've been saying that he comes up with a spot play here and there, but he's not a dominant player in my opinion. He comes up with big plays though.
He's very good against the run and the pass though. You ain't running on his side like that. He very good against the run. Well, he's good against the run. Blitzing, I mean, as far as rushing the quarterback, he's not great.
He's a smart, seasoned veteran player that makes a play here and there. It's definitely a spot, but I don't think that he's like a big time, big money contract dude that everybody was talking like he should have been.
He's not a Michael Park. He's solid. I still think in the future we can upgrade that position because the pressure is good, but it just ain't,
So we got a lot of youth on this team, though. We got a lot of young guys. You got Reddick stepping up. You got Sweat steps up. The big boy in the middle just shuts everything down in that middle.
That's why he's going from day one.
No, Brandon Graham's not a Hall of Famer, in my opinion.
He's a Eagles Ring of
Ring of Honor. Yeah, he's a Ring of Honor dude for the Eagles. Absolutely.
Let me ask y'all though. Can y'all explain to me that fourth? Why did we go for the 2 on fourth and inches? You muted, Ethan. You muted,
Ethan. I don't mind the going for the 2 part.
What's wrong with this?
No, I think you tried to unmute yourself and you didn't blink yourself out. I think the play calling was horrible. You've been killing them on this 1 yard quarterback smack. They always talk about how Jalen Hurts the bench presses 600 pounds. You see the effects of that. I mean, squats 600 pounds. You see the effects of that when he's on those running plays. The power behind that with him and that offensive line, they get it almost every time on a 1 yard. Why are you dropping back and then running this? That was a stupid play call, in my opinion, for that 2-point conversion.
But to me, if you can go up 10 on that offense, on that team, you take the 10. I'm looking at the time, the amount of time.
I agree, but again, 6 points after halftime. What are we doing?
I was a hater when I kept saying this. I was a hater when I kept saying that.
Right after half, when 3 and out, man, that's starting to be alarming. It's starting to be a problem.
I've been trying to tell y'all this since the beginning of the season.
But the problem is, it should have been a touchdown. It actually was like 7, but we.
This is what I'm saying. Go ahead. All right. We're so dominant in the first half with these plays. They make adjustments to the plays, and it's like we have no counter adjustments. Teams are going to make adjustments to what you're doing because you beating them down with it.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we don't even be dominant in the first half. It's the second quarter. I don't know what it is. It's the first quarter we come out. I mean, it's been a couple games that we came out, it did something in the first quarter. But for the most part, we score in the second quarter, and then then it's nothing. Like, I don't get it. Like, and a lot of that does go on culture, but this is what I've been complaining about. But everybody kept telling me, well, we undefeated. Oh, you being a hater. Oh, don't be a downer. We won the game. But these are things that concern you when you play against better teams. If Dallas had a better offense, it could have been a struggle tonight with that.
Are y'all concerned with that comeback?
No, that wasn't looking good before he left out.
I think Dak is a severe upgrade over Cooper. So
I'm still impressed with Dallas defense. Dallas defense is like that. They are as good as everybody said they were. They're a very good defense. And
the defense. I thought you said about the overall team.
No, I'm talking about their defense. Their defense is
defense is good, but I think Jalen Hurts has some plays that he could have, like, even on the first drive when he missed AJ Brown. Yeah, on the third down play. So it was plays there to be made. And like somebody said earlier, we do have to get AJ Brown more involved. I know you want to get other people, but that dude is a game changer when he gets that ball in his hands.
But see, this is my thing with that is if you have other stuff that's worked, and it's when you have a good team. I think the Eagles have they have talent on a team. And I think when you have that, you don't have to force. I felt like sometimes when they went to and got Pat, I think they felt like they had to give him them touches. Whereas though, guess what? If
he got touches on that drive when we go with that score in the
because we was pounding the ball down their throats, and then once they have to, even when he scored the touchdown, we were killing them with the run, and then they had to make an adjustment. My thing is take what we got. We don't got to force certain stuff. I think we have enough talent on this offense where we can take what they given. Because every defense is going to have to give you something. Take what they giving you.
Philly noise. We ain't complaining. We ain't complaining a whine about nothing. We happy going. That was a emotional high and low game. We came out to win. Listen, we going in here 6-0, top of the division.
Let's keep it a beam. We talking about what we need to work on. All this is nice and this is great. I'm glad. But let's not act like we've been facing no great talent. The NFC is trash this year.
Dallas got a great D.
They do have a great defense, but what I'm saying is, and that's why I'm encouraged because I feel like we can score on anybody and move it against anybody. But these lulls kill me because when you get against the better teams and more complete teams, it could be an issue. So this is why we're talking about we have to fix this stuff up now. I want a Super Bowl. I think this is a Super Bowl type team we can win because we have talent on all facets.
I want to check on that Jalen. Did Jalen get hurt? Remember when they sandwiched him and he was kind of grabbing him?
Yeah.
We got to check on that.
Hopefully these 2 weeks off, they all can heal, whatever.
Everybody healed up. Yeah. Lane Johnson, too, he got a concussion, so they give him 2 weeks to shake that off. They ain't show. Did they show how it happened? Did I miss that? What happened on the concussion play?
Oh, no. Hey, man, we are the better team. I think that the Eagles are the best team in the NFC right now. I honestly do. I think we're the best complete team. That being said,
I told y'all Green Bay trash. Tampa trash.
That being said, you don't go into it and say, "Oh, we the best team. We the best team right now, so we good with what we doing." You still got to shore up certain stuff. That's a flaw in your team. That's a flaw. Like, why can't we be consistent in scoring on offense? Because it is going to be a game or two where that can bite. It almost bit us tonight. If they had a better offense, that could have bit us tonight.
We got to be top team in the division right
now. I believe so. Top team in the conference.
In the league. Top team in the league. Us and the Bills probably.
Yeah, I think we do got to be the
who in the NFC worry y'all a little bit? Anybody in the NFC? What else is going on?
Oh yeah, Jonathan Gannon.
D Corner still never. Listen, I understood what he was doing though.
He should have brought some pressure for.
No, them four got to get to the quarterback. No, those four got to get to the quarterback. We had no sacks.
He got to bring some pressure.
Those four got to get to the quarterback, man.
If you notice, Dallas put the pressure on a mobile quarterback and Jalen, but we didn't bring any pressure. We didn't blitz at all. I don't remember.
We did blitz a couple times. We blitzed a couple times.
We should have blitzed way more, especially with Cooper Rush. He's not a mobile quarterback. He wasn't killing nobody.
Gannon don't have no excuses because.
So do you feel like you? Why do you feel like you need to? When we was getting picks on him by not even doing all that.
Yeah.
So why give him an opportunity for you to blitz and somebody 1-on-1, somebody slip and fall, you need somebody wide open for a touchdown. There's no need to blitz him.
We was getting him the first half, but that third quarter, he was moving.
They ran the ball on us. What we should have did to them. They came out and they went Zeke Elliott crazy.
He was throwing the ball all over the field. He was throwing that ball.
They was moving the pocket though. They was rolling out and stuff like that. They moved the pocket around.
Yeah, they did a lot of bootlegs. They was bootlegging the whole time, but they don't matter. They still was. We didn't bring no pressure on them at all.
Sometimes y'all get a little too blitz in certain settings. I get it.
We don't blitz at all. We don't blitz.
We blitzed a couple times. He blitzed a couple times.
This is not a blitzing team. I
would like to see my Ford get there a couple times. Though.
That man threw for 181 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 1 touchdown.
Jalen 155.
Okay. No, my point is he threw for 3 interceptions, but you want to go out here and blitz to give an opportunity for somebody for. Blitzing is a gamble at times. So I get what you're saying about blitzing, but guess what? You blitz them and then something happened to somebody slip in the secondary, boom, touchdown that quick. We made them have to work. They had to work.
I got to give credit to Miles Sanders, man. You talking about running hard?
Why they ain't starting though? Why they didn't start? They should have started.
I don't know why they came out with that Boston Scott stuff. I like Boston too. But you talking about running hard? Miles Sanders was running hard, man. I know your contract year, but
yeah.
The dude last year was breaking and pouncing everything outside. He's actually running like a running back. He hitting the holes. He getting extra yards. He keeping his feet moving. You know what I'm saying? He's running inside the tackle. He doing everything we need him to do, man. We might have to bring him back.
So Illinois, that you got a point. You like the only team you get credit for beating is Kansas City Buffalo. It's like
listen. You beat who in front of you.
You beat who in front of you. That's what I'm saying. Listen. You got to give the Eagles props for. That's what I'm saying. You got to give them props. If they're not the top team, they're in the top 3. And I'm as of right now, I'm like, I think the Eagles are a complete team. I think we have good, outstanding players on every side of the ball. And there are complementary players, the role players. I really don't see a lot of weak spots on this Eagles team. I really don't see any. Is there anywhere on the team that you look and you say that's a glaring weakness? I really don't see it. So I'm thinking the Eagles do have an outstanding team. I'm willing to say great team, except if they would just shore up these lulls in the offense. To me, they're concerning because I think that's something that can eventually bite you. But I'm happy with what we're doing, but I want to learn from this too. Like Ethan said, even with certain stuff like reading the blitzes, whether it's the coaching staff drawing up different type settings and making adjustments in the game, or the quarterback reading it and doing certain things, whatever it is, they need to shore that up.
That might be year 3 in Jalen's progression.
Ain't this year 3?
I think this year 2, ain't it, really?
This like technically only
year
played
3.
5 games that first year, so it's like a second year.
Hey, everybody said pay Bradbury. We can't pay everybody. I mean, can we pay everybody?
You can't pay everybody. You know? Hopefully he won't be looking for the max, but he'll take something to stay. I know CJ Garner want money though.
Hurts getting 40.
That's the reason why. That's the reason why New Orleans. That's the reason why New Orleans can keep him. Then you got to pay Hurts too. So maybe Hurts to take a little less of the bag.
No,
just a little less of the bag to keep
Hurts
the team together.
And I don't blame him.
You won't take a little less of the bag. You won't take a little less.
Me personally, in the NFL, no. And in another sport, I might. If you talking about basketball, somehow I might. NFL, heck no. NFL is dog eat dog. They'll throw you out with the trash and find a way not to pay your money in a heartbeat. So unless they giving him crazy upfront money, no, I ain't taking no shortage.
I was about to say that. I agree with that, Brandon Stokes. I agree with that 100%. That was the most impressive offense. It was.
Yep.
Especially against this top defense. Especially against them. And the way they had Micah Parsons in the pickle. You know making him make decisions. That's what you want to do. You don't want that dude to play free and do whatever you want. Make him make decisions.
They've been comparing him to LT. Do you see the comparison?
Stop the disrespect.
He felt the same way.
A non-conformance. Listen, I'm not the biggest Jalen Hurts fan. Never have been, but he deserves his money. If your team is balling on this level and Jalen Hurts is not making, Jalen Hurts has made plays when it's needed to be. He's made passes. Jalen Hurts has done his job, and his team is undefeated. So if I'm him, no, I don't care what the Eagles gave up to get him. He's doing his job. Pay me accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because guess what? If he wasn't doing his job, it'd be just as quick for them to get rid of him. So if he's doing his job and he's doing what he's supposed to, pay him according to what he's doing. If you're talking about that he has value and he's playing your system and he's doing it and he's winning and your team is winning, pay that man.
James Bradbury is 29. His birthday's in August, so he'll be 30 when the next season starts. He's not 33. Whoever said that, Mr. Wing, he's 29. He's 29. But
you muted yourself.
You muted yourself again.
But how old is Slay?
Slay, I think Slay like 32. But
Slay's older?
Yeah, he's older. Yo, why does Ezekiel Daniels always have good games against us? Crazy.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh yeah, I keep saying Daniels. Ezekiel Elliott.
He didn't have a good. He had a all right. He had a good game.
A good game.
He averaged 6 yards a carry.
Yeah.
He had a very good game.
But
he had a good quarter. He had a good quarter.
Because we put them in a hole, because we ran the ball down their throat and dominated, they became one-sided. They couldn't go back to that run.
Yeah,
they tried us on the pass game and got exposed.
Darius Slay 2 years older than him.
Yep.
Matter of fact, Darius Slay would be 32 in January. So
Dallas actually didn't do it.
3 years older than him.
Now I gotta revisit. What was that? Was this all in the second half? Ezekiel Elliott averaged six yards a carry.
It was all the second half.
Pollard averaged 4 yards a carry, and Lamb averaged 4.5 a carry.
Oh, we shut them down in the first half.
But then how? But my thing is, how was their averages up like that though?
Because they balled out. I'm telling you, when we got home, they was balling.
That's why we should have put more points up on the board, and they couldn't have came back and started running in the second half.
Oh yeah, CJ Gardner's 24. You pay him. CJ Gardner's 24.
What about the boy Kaiser White is very impressive too. He's a ball hawk too.
They don't pay running backs big money. Maybe that's why they keep putting Gainwell in there, so Gainwell be ready next year.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm not paying Miles no big money, man. He's been hurt, and I've liked Miles except for the injuries and stuff. But all of a sudden this year, the year that you want to run tough and not hurt because of contract year, I'm not falling for that. You guys show me some consistency over the years, and like you said, running backs, most teams run by committee anyway.
Yeah, but you do need that back that in critical times he's gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? You need that back. You can depend on that. All right, can run that clock down 7 minute, 5 minute offense, whatever. You need that back.
You think they try and groom Gainwell to be that?
Yeah, we play the Steelers next week after the bye. That should be a win. They just thumped on Tampa though.
That's true.
But I think we better than Tampa, man. I have no faith in Tampa, man.
I really look at the schedule coming up, and it's like it's hard because you try not to look at it as a Eagles fan, but it's like that's why I'm saying, like, I don't see any team that scares me on the schedule. The biggest threat that I thought that we had in this first half of the season was going to be last week to me, and I thought just because of where the game was placed that we had to travel all the way over to the West Coast, play them, and it was in between two. We had the Dallas game coming up this week, but the Eagles handle business. The Eagles are handling business, man. And as an Eagles fan, you can't be nothing but ecstatic about it. I want to see this thing end in the Super Bowl, which I think it can. And we do have to shore up some of these laws in offense, in my opinion.
I see 8-0 right now.
The boy Richard Sherman said
I see 9-0.
Richard Sherman said that the Eagles got dogs on their team, on their defense, and talent on offense. They got cool scheme and chemistry. They may have something.
They do.
I love the chemistry of this team.
We play the Steelers, Houston, and then the Commanders. I see 9-0.
But you gotta take it week by week because you never know what kind of injuries or whatever else could come up.
I see 9-0.
I see it too.
Now you see, this is why Ethan's always on a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Because we come back after something happened, and we come back and have a slip up somewhere. He's like, "Oh, we trash." See, it was smoking beers.
Hey Brooks, AG, tell him we don't care. We don't care. He's on your team, ain't he?
You know why? Hey, Brooks, you know why it's not an excuse to me? Because coming into it, they hyped that this was going to be such a big matchup. It was going to be tough. This game was going to don't give it the big hype up. Don't give it the big hype up. And then all of a sudden when we get in here and we smacking the ball around, he throwing interceptions. Well, he's the backup quarterback. No, y'all gave the hype up coming into the game. So it's no excuses now.
Herbert's right. Because then we play the Colts after the Commanders. That's 10-0. That's 10-0.
Y'all got to stop. Can we enjoy the bye week? Can we enjoy the bye week?
I see the only game was losing that the revenge game in Dallas. That's why I see it.
That's going to be a tight one. Hey, let me ask y'all this, right? And I know the correct answer is no, they shouldn't have done it. But a part of me wanted Sirianni, when the dude tackled Kelsey, I wanted to come out and bomb him. Like I wanted to come out and do like a play action, just bomb it out and rub it in their faces. But we gotta play them again, so I can understand why I'm not doing it. But if this was our last time playing them this season, I think I'd have did that.
Yeah, I was saying the same thing. Philly noise. So
Crazy
Skip was going all over Cooper Rush. Man, he was Cooper Rush this, Cooper Rush that, Cooper Rush. He did say the Eagles scare him. Now we respect him for that. The Eagles scare him, and they should. They should. We scary.
Wasn't these Dallas fans? I ain't gonna say all because I do know a lot of Dallas fans. Unfortunately, that's because the cockroaches are everywhere. But a lot of them was sitting there talking like it was like a whole quarterback controversies type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cooper Rush, I don't know. Do that got a job when he come? They were talking a whole lot of that.
When if he'd have won this game, Dak wasn't coming back next week. Dak wasn't coming. Dak needed this.
Yeah.
Dak needed this. I mean, tell you the truth, the Cowboys needed this. Cooper Rush ain't that. They was actually running the ball. It was always so easy for Cooper Rush to do, he ain't had to do a lot.
Bro, I say what I say about Hurts arm. Cooper Rush got a candy cane, bro. Them passes that this dude was throwing, it was like the defenders was jumping in front of that. They was there before the ball got there.
Thank you very much.
I haven't watched them play at all this season, but I was like, I don't know what to expect. I was coming in and I was like, all right, well, I guess Cooper gonna be a decent quarterback or something. He was complete trash to me. I don't even see where this was even a question. And I understand the Eagles was doing their thing, but I saw nothing from him that made me think that he should even be questioned about challenging Dak for his job.
Yo, right now Philadelphia sports is totally lit, yo. Everything is crazy.
And the season opened up Tuesday.
We got Sixers Tuesday.
Phillies Tuesday night open up the series. Try to get to the World Series.
The Flyers is undefeated right now. It's like,
are they? I wasn't even keeping up with them. I ain't gonna hold you.
We doing our thing. If you a Philly fan or you from Philly, you in a good mood right now.
Got every reason to be.
Yeah. All right.
So let me ask. Eric. Well, all right.
It's gonna be long.
I'll say that for another time. Because I'm wondering if anybody has any concerns about this team. Because, like I said, my biggest concern is the lulls in the offense. That's my biggest concern.
Mine is health. There's always going to be health.
Yeah, health. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
No, I'm worried about the offensive line.
Good, Wayne. If you scared, get a dog.
Because then we lost the other boy. He went out again.
Yeah.
What was it, Landon Dickerson?
Yeah.
So,
but guess what? Lane Johnson went down, and like I said, to me, I still don't use that as an excuse. I get it, Parsons, whatever. But guess what? When we needed to, when we went back to the run, when the play calling got back to doing what they was doing, we still moved the ball and marched down the field. So to me, that was play calling. That was play calling. I understand Lane's a big part of it, but then you make plays according to that.
Well, here's the thing. You saw.
Hey, do we got any moderators up in there? Here go the.
You saw Kansas City in the Super Bowl and how Patrick Mahomes looked like a bum because their offensive line didn't play well. They didn't have a good offensive line. So regardless of what you say, the offensive line is very, very important. The year before last, he was lights out.
Absolutely.
So I'm just saying. You said
you don't talk that. You don't. It's funny how you don't ever hear people talking about how important people like Tim. I ain't never hear Tim talking about how important the offensive line was early this year. When we scoring this, like, and we always give the receivers and the quarterbacks and running backs all this props and everything else, talking about how they beasting, but then all of a sudden the offensive line missing, like, offensive line. So you don't get them the props when we win.
But I do.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. Look, they say hater Wayne. That's we gonna change.
That's what.
Name.
How am I a hater? If I'm saying my that's hating.
You don't ask the question. We just know you're a hater.
That's what made me a hater. What did I say that was hating?
Anyway.
Everything. I said my only concern is the lapse in offense. There's a few people said that. Yeah, we go through stretches where our offense don't move the ball. Like to get better. If you ever look at anything when people talk about championship teams, they get better as the year goes on. They make adjustments and they get better.
We're going to get better after the bye. We got the bye.
I hope so. Go on, work on stuff. Yeah, get healthy, work on stuff.
add a couple new plays into the offense. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
get that man AJ Brown involved in that offense too. Get beast.
Yeah, and I think we will. One thing I would like the Eagles to do is keep the running back in or tight end a block and to go downfield a couple times. That's what we don't do as a team. That's the one thing we don't do. We always have like a empty backfield or anything. Just keep a couple people just a block and just stretch the field.
Why though?
We didn't go deep. We didn't go down the field today, did we?
In the second half. I'm saying maybe a reason why is because we're not stretching it. So another option to do is let's do something different. Let's keep.
But why if you're winning one way? Sometimes if it ain't broke, don't fix it. See, I get it. You want the glory points. How am I talking about? No, I'm telling you.
You're saying you're worried about the offense in the second half. I'm giving you an option. Okay, let's try this in the second half.
They didn't need to run the ball. We was running the ball down their throat.
Maybe they're making adjustments, and so the stuff that we like doing, we can't do it as well.
So they made the adjustment, but then when we went back to running the ball again, we marched down and scored.
So why can't we give it a try? Keep somebody behind.
They did.
They did.
No. They left a tight end in there to try to help block Parson, and Parson got through him and the lineman when Lane wasn't in there. And then when we went back to the run, we ran the ball down. I'm not saying that this got to be this. I'm not saying that this has to be our approach every game. Just go out and run and not throw the ball, because I think we have weapons on offense. But my thing is, if in this game we were smashing them with the running game. Smashing them. Stay with the running game. We came out passing the first series or whatever. We didn't get nothing really going on. As soon as we started running the ball, we started dominating.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, I do want to see what these Cowboys got to say about Hurts now, because they was talking a little reckless before the game.
We
ain't play him yet. Remember, they was all like, we ain't play Hurts yet. Why y'all keep asking about Hurts? We ain't play him yet.
Is their defense?
We'll ask them now.
Is our defense as good as theirs?
Our pass rush ain't as good as theirs.
Yeah, but I don't. It was our set. I don't know how good Dallas second. I don't know how good Dallas secondary is, because their front is so tough. But I like Eagles secondary against anybody's. I think we're deep. I think the Eagles defense is deep.
Oh, I think we do got the best two starting corners. I don't know anybody's better than this. Be honest with you. But their defense, overall defense, I'm not sure. I think their defense is a little bit slightly better. That line is dangerous.
Hey, Herb, actually, we didn't. A lot of times the Eagles didn't block Parsons. If you know, they kept mentioning that, how the whole thing was they let Parsons run free and made him have to make a choice.
Yeah.
But it was in the run option when Jalen had the ball, and now he had to choose to either. And even on that play, I believe that was him on that pass, that touchdown pass on the pass. Jalen had the ball, and he had to pick and choose if you're going to hit Jalen or you're going to go for that. And Jalen dropped it off, and then we scored. That's why I'm saying, like, we didn't need to just – I don't think that the answer was to just stack everybody up. We didn't need to stack the line up for that. We could have just – we was running the ball down their throat, and their men had to stay honest in the secondary because we can beat them that way too.
Yo, Skip is so mad. He said he can't wait for tomorrow. Skip is like, I can't wait. This gonna be a nice buy.
Yeah,
and y'all,
that is.
Sixers season start on Tuesday, so while the buy is coming, we still have sports. We still got the Phillies, and so we're gonna be all right.
You know, our people don't. I ain't gonna say our people. I am gonna say our people don't start watching baseball till it's Red October.
Yeah.
I usually watch a little bit of it. I usually watch it during the season, but we couldn't get no pod going because there wasn't a lot of interest going in that. But maybe people watch a little bit now. The Phillies is exciting.
Yeah.
The way that the Phillies have been exciting.
We'll be back on after that Eagles game. I mean, the Sixers game Tuesday, right?
Yeah, we'll be back on
Tuesday night. Yeah, me and Tim will.
And we'll be talking about Phillies. We'll be talking Phillies and Sixers. Phillies and Sixers Tuesday after Tuesday evening.
Well, the Phillies don't play. I don't think they play till they're in the West Coast. They start off in San Diego. I don't know what time that game starts.
Their game starts at 8:05, and our game starts 7:30. The Sixers start 7:30.
Okay.
So we'll be able to squeeze both of them in. But don't forget to hit that like button and comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, what's up?
Oh, wait. Herb. Exactly. Herb, you see what Herb said, Tim? Go ahead. Highlight that, Tim.
Where Ephraim?
No, you know what I'm talking about. Ben looks the exact same.
Where he say that at? He said Ben looking
right over where he said about Ephraim. He said Ben looking.
No, he's saying I thought he's saying Ben looking good. That's probably what
he said. Looking good.
Yeah, Ben looking.
That's what he want to say.
Phillies winning, no chip. I take it. Phillies and 5.
We sweeping this year. We winning everything.
Yeah.
Phillies, right. Eagles, Sixers, and then the end will come.
No, right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. We see y'all on Tuesday. We out.